Going live. All right, we are live. So, let's see here. All right, so we're live. I'm just going to make sure that we've got this all set up correct. All right. Way of saying hello in yoga. Okay, so everyone, we're just setting up here, just making sure that all of the things are ready. So we'll start here in a couple of minutes, about 4 minutes or so. So just bear with me as I make a few fine-tune adjustments. Okay. Afternoon, everyone. So we're just getting ready to start class here in a few minutes. So go ahead and set yourself up. Get your yoga mat set up. Make sure that you have enough space around you. Also, make sure that you have yoga blocks or yoga straps, that those are available. And of course, you can always use blankets for seated positions or even for shoulder stands if we end up getting there today. If you want to use music today, you can do that. Also, it's perfectly fine not to listen to music, so just having quiet silence is also a good idea. But we'll start here in a few minutes, so just get yourself ready. And if you have the opportunity, you can always make sure your phone is turned off, make sure that maybe the door to your room is shut so that you're going to enjoy 30 minutes today of just peace and quiet to yourself and focusing on your breathing, focusing on moving, focusing on getting centered so that you can go back to your work or you can go back to taking care of kids or whatever you're doing today and be a little bit more centered, be a little bit more relaxed. So again, just make sure you're getting yourself set up. You have your yoga blocks near at hand. You have maybe your yoga straps. If you have any sort of blankets or other props you prefer to use, then have those handy. Make sure that your space is clear of any sort of obstacles or any other things, so that you're able to move without any sort of restriction. So welcome everyone. My name is Rexx Samuel. I'm going to be teaching a 30-minute Vinyasa Yoga class today. We'll be going through some basic warm-ups, some sun salutations, standing postures, and then do some floor positions as well. After this, then probably next week we'll offer a little bit longer classes, but today we're just going to do a 30-minute flow. So So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you come onto your mat. We'll start off on the hands and knees. So your hands will be underneath your shoulders. Your knees will be underneath your hips. And we just want to first focus on lengthening from the top of the head down through the tailbone. So really push down through your hands. Keep your knees planted on the floor. And then our first posture today is going to be cat-dog. So as you exhale, pull the tailbone down, round your back, and look at your navel. Inhale, arch your back, and lift your head. Exhale, pull the tailbone down, round the back. Inhale, arch. Again, exhale to pull the tailbone down, round the back. Inhale to arch. And exhale, pull the tailbone down, round the back. Inhale, arch. Last time, exhale, pull the tailbone down, round the back. Inhale, come back to neutral. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up into downward facing dog. So first downward facing dog of your day, perhaps. So just gently move from side to side. Maybe you bend one leg while you straighten the other. So you alternate. Walking your dog. And then gradually we want to come to a point where we are just still. So balancing the weight between left and right hand, between left and right foot. Spread your fingers open, spread your toes open, and let the back of your neck release. Breathe deeply. So throughout practice, we want to make sure that we are breathing fully, we're breathing deeply. We don't want to hold the breath at any point. So try to just, as much as possible, let the breath be as fluid, relaxed, and as deep as possible. Take one more breath here, inhaling deeply, exhaling to let go of tension through the face. And then let's bend the knees and walk the feet forward. Feet will be hip-width apart. Your hands can be on top of your shins, your ankles, or the floor, whichever one feels most appropriate today. As you exhale, you can fold forward. And as always, if you need to, bend your knees so that your lower back is a little bit less stressed at this point. A few more deep breaths here. And then bend your knees and begin to roll your spine up like you're a slinky moving in reverse until you come all the way up to the top. Keep a little bit of bend in your knees. And then we're going to keep the feet separate, about shoulder width apart or so. So hands are going to be down beside the thighs. Top of the head rising up towards the ceiling as you feel your four corners of each foot pressing down. Sun salutation A. So inhale, sweep the arms up. You can look up at your thumbs. As you exhale, fold deep from the hips. Place the hands on the shins, ankles, or floor. Inhaling, lift the head and look forward. And then exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step or hop back to plank. You can lower down, knees down, and then hips and chest, or just through chaturanga. And then inhale, cobra or upward dog. Then exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Just going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Inhaling, feeling your body expand. And exhaling, letting go of tension. Again, inhaling, feeling your body expand. And exhaling, letting go of tension. When you're ready, exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head. As you exhale, fold forward. Then inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, the hands beside the thighs. Again, inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs. Exhaling, fold forward, hands to the floor. Inhaling, lift the head, straighten the spine. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down with control. You can do chaturanga or knees and then the hips and chest. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, feeling your body expand. Exhaling, let go of tension. Inhaling, really push through your index knuckles, lengthen your arms. Exhaling, to soften the face. End of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward, lift the head. As you exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, the hands beside the thighs. One more. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step or jump back. Inhale, upward dog, widen the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Split the fingers open, split the toes open. Don't worry so much about getting your heels to the floor. Focus more on lifting your hips so that your spine gets a little bit longer. Progress in these postures is done one day at a time, one movement at a time, one breath at a time. End of the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumbs, and exhale, the hands beside the thighs. Sun Salutation B. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the head, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down with control. Inhale, to upward dog, shoulders wide. Exhale, to downward facing dog. Left foot flat, right foot forward. Inhale, the arms up. You can look up if you want. Keep the palms parallel. Exhale, the hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Lower down as smoothly as you can. Inhale, to upward dog. Exhale, to downward dog. Right foot flat, left foot forward. Inhale, the arms up. You can look up at your thumbs. And then exhale, the hands down. Lower with control through chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Breathe deeply. Steady breath. Soften your face as you exhale. And again, always with downward dog, see if you can keep lifting your hips up as you simultaneously let your heels melt towards the mat. And at the exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, arms up. And then exhale, stand up, hands beside thighs. Again, inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step or jump back, lower with control. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left foot flat, right foot forward between the palms. Inhale, the arms up, slight pause. Exhale, the hands down, lower with control. You may have to take an extra breath as you lower down. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left foot forward, right foot flat. Inhale, the arms up. And then exhale, the hands down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Spread the fingers wide. Really press your index knuckles. Widen your upper back. Lift your tailbone. And feel the top of your thighs moving away from your belly. Split your toes open. Relax the back of your legs. From here, let's go into some standing positions. So, left foot flat, right foot forward. Inhale, come up into warrior A. So really bend your right knee. The more you're bending the right knee, the more you want to push down to the outside edge of your left foot. Gradually, you're turning your hips more and more to face your right knee. Lift your belly up. Reach up all the way through your fingertips. Enliven your entire body. And then exhale, open out, warrior B. So we roll the left hip back, shoulders widen, and you can gaze out over your right fingers. Keep sinking the hips, sharing the weight between the feet. And then when you're ready, inhale, straighten your right leg. Shorten your stance just a little bit. Reach your right hand out, tipping as far as you can. Place the right hand down on the shin, the ankle, or maybe even the foot. Inhale the left hand up towards the ceiling. Now you have a couple of different options for head position here. The most basic position is going to be looking down at your right foot. A little bit more strenuous is looking forward, and then the most strenuous is going to be looking up. Whichever one you decide to do today, just make sure you do the same version on the other side. Exhale, bend your right knee, take your right forearm across your thigh, left hand up towards the ceiling. Now this is option 1. This is more basic position. Option 2, if you're a little bit more flexible, you take your right hand down to the floor and sweep the left arm overhead. You can use a block if you can't reach the floor comfortably here. Most importantly is really push the right knee out into your right arm as you then work on simultaneously rolling your left shoulder away from the floor. A few more breaths here. And then exhale, both hands to the floor. Step back to plank, and then lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. So hold in downward dog for a moment. I'm just going to switch so that I can still talk to you. I don't want to talk with you to my back to the camera. So now we're going to do the same sequence on the right. So it's right foot flat, about a 45-degree angle. Left foot forward. Inhale, come up, and sweep the arms overhead. So again, remember, really bend the left knee here. so that that left shin is vertical. Simultaneously push down to the outside edge of your right foot. Keep turning your hips to face the front of your mat, the belly lifting up, fingers reaching up. One more breath here, feeling the strength through the legs, the lift through the torso. And then exhale, open out, warrior B. So you're trying to keep the hips level, shoulders level, fingers in line with the tops of the shoulders. Again, really bend the left knee, and as you bend the left knee, keep pushing down to the outside edge of your right foot. One more breath here. Inhaling, feeling your body. Exhaling, letting go of tension. And then inhale, straighten your left leg, shorten your stance a little bit. Reach out as far as you can, tipping from your left hip. And place the hand down on the left shin, ankle, maybe even the foot. Inhale the right hand up towards the ceiling. And again, pick whichever position of the head and neck felt best today. Spread the toes open, keep your legs alive. And feel how each time you inhale is an opportunity for you to fill your body, to expand the body. And each exhale, you let go of tension. Then exhale, bend your left knee. You can place the left forearm across the thigh, with the right hand up towards the ceiling, or left hand to the floor, right hand overhead. Regardless, really push the left knee out. Roll the right shoulder away from the mat. And again, as you're inhaling, feel about filling the body, expanding, and as you exhale, soften your face. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Lower down as you exhale. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale into downward dog. And from here, exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump forward. Lift the head. As you exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, bend the knees, sink the hips, sweep the arms overhead. And as you exhale, come up to standing, hands beside the thighs. So inhale the hands to the heart. Let's step out to your right. We want to have the feet wide apart here. So ideally, your legs are wide enough apart that the wrists are directly over top of your ankles. So hands rest in on the hips. Inhaling, lift the chest, widen the collarbones. As you exhale, fold deep from the hips. Keep your chest as open as possible as you fold. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, stretch the front of the body long. And then as you exhale, fold again as deep from the hips as possible. Relax the back of the neck. Spread the toes open. Keep lifting your kneecap muscles up. And the next time that you exhale, feel the feet make contact with the floor. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, stretch the front of the body long. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, come up all the way, and exhale. Inhale, stretch out the arms to the side. Exhale, clasp the hands behind the back. Pull the elbows in a little bit, keep the elbows bent, straighten the arms from there. Inhaling, lift the chest, and then exhale, fold forward, top of head towards floor, hands away from the lower back. Breathe deeply. Now eventually, as you're holding this position, maybe you get your head to the floor, and then maybe you also get your hands to the floor. But continue to breathe deeply. Inhaling to feel your body expanding, and exhaling to let go of tension. Exhale all the way, and then inhale, come up. Exhale the hands to your waist. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, and as you exhale, dive forward. Grab hold of the big toes or of the ankles, whichever is more accessible. Inhaling, lengthen the spine, stretch the front of the body long. Exhaling, fold forward. Breathe deeply. When you're ready, exhale all the way. Inhaling, lift the head, straighten the spine. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, come up, flat back. And then let's bend the knees and step the feet together. Standing tall in mountain posture. Now for the next posture, tree pose, you have two options. One is you lift your right knee up, keep your thigh bone parallel to the mat. The other option, level 2, is placing the heel as high up into the thigh as possible. You want to avoid placing the foot on the knee itself. That puts a lot of pressure on the knee. So rather, it's either above the knee or you do the more basic position. Hands can remain in front of the heart, or if you like, stretch your arms overhead. Reach the fingers up. Feel your left foot rooting down. Grow a little bit taller through the central axis of your body. Keep your eyes focused on one point. That'll help keep you still and stable. And then bring the hands down and take your right foot to the floor. Then we switch sides. So left knee can come up, thigh bone parallel to the mat, or left heel comes up high into the inner right thigh. Again, remember, we don't want to place the foot on the knee. It's either above the knee or below it. Bring the hands together in front of the heart. That's where I'm going to keep them for this version. Or you can stretch your arms overhead. And if you fall out of this, it's all right. We all fall out of this position every now and then. The more you practice it, the less likely you'll be to fall out of it. So a good thing to do is if maybe you have just a minute every couple of hours just to do something, get up, move away from your desk, do tree pose on each side for a minute, reconnect with your center line, reconnect with your breathing, get a little break from all that computer work you're doing. And then we'll bring the hands down and take the left foot to the floor. Alright, so let's come back to the front of the mat. And we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, look up at the thumb, exhale, fold forward, hands to floor. Inhale, lift the head and look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. So from here, let's bend the knees and either jump or walk forward and take a seat on the floor. From here, lie down on your back, and you're going to bring your feet as close to your hips as possible, with your hands down beside your hips. We'll turn the palms up so that your shoulders remain broad. Spread your toes open. Try to keep your shins and thighs and knees parallel. As you inhale, push through your feet, lift your hips up. So just for today, we're going to try to focus on keeping a straight line from shoulders to hips to knees. Feel the buttock muscles engaging here. Feel all four corners of each foot pressing into the mat. Breathe deeply. And then exhale, lower down. Take a breath. And when you're ready, inhale, lift up again. Buttock muscles engaging here to lift the hips. Spread the toes. Reach out through the heels. And then lower down. Take a breath. Now, you can repeat that one more time, or if you like, you can go into wheel. So to go into wheel, you want to bring your hands beside your ears. Elbows remain shoulder width apart. And then you're going to inhale, lift with your hips, push through your hands. Breathe deeply. Try to keep your feet parallel, belly firm, chest wide. One more breath. And then exhale, lower down. Take a moment to breathe here. We'll pull the knees in towards the chest to release the lower back. Now, if you want to, a more deeper position here is to do happy baby. So it's hands go to the outside edges of the feet. The elbows are forward of your shins. And you try to pull your knees down into your armpits. While you simultaneously try to put your hips onto the floor. Breathe deeply. And then we'll release that. So you can use a belt for this next one. I'm going to demonstrate with my hands. So if you're flexible enough to grab hold of your left big toe, then that's great. Otherwise, use a belt to grab hold of your foot. So you straighten your right leg as much as possible. Keep hold of your right big toe. And then you can rest the left hand on top of the hip or on the floor. Again, you can use a belt. If you're using a belt, then you're going to give yourself enough slack to make sure the leg is absolutely straight. And then we'll release that, and we'll switch sides. So left leg comes up, grab hold of the left big toe, or use your belt. Again, straighten your left leg now as much as possible. Keep your right leg centered. Relax your left shoulder a little bit. And breathe deeply. Especially if you're blessed with tight hamstrings, and this is a good posture to do every day. After you've maybe gone for a run, or if you've gone for a bike ride, just spend 2 minutes on each side doing this posture. And over a long period of time, you will begin to notice that the muscles will get a little bit more flexible. But it takes time. You have to be patient. Most importantly, focus on your breathing as you're holding the position. And then we'll release that. Now just for a little twist, bend your knees. Take your arms out to a T with your palms turned down. Lift your knees up. Keep your knees touching like you're trying to hold a little block between the ankles and the knees. And you're going to exhale. Take your knees over toward your left. You might get a little bit of popping and cracking in your back, maybe low back, mid back. Feels good. Breathe deeply. Inhale, come up, and then exhale over to your right. And inhale, come back up to center. We're going to stretch the legs out for Shavasana, so we'll just take a couple minutes to rest here. If this bothers your lower back, to keep your legs out straight, then bend your knees, keep them a little bit wider than your hips. Let your knees rest against one another. And then take the hands out to the side, close your eyes, and we'll take the next couple of minutes just to relax here. Really let go of any tension through your face, tension through your jaw. Relax your breathing. Feel your body getting heavier, sinking down. Now you can continue to rest there for another 5-10 minutes if you want. Otherwise, begin to bring some life back into your hands and your feet. Taking your time, turn to rest on one side. You can let your left arm, whatever arm is underneath you, to serve as a pillow. And then we'll press ourselves up to a seated position, cross-legged, half lotus if you like. Namaste.